And we are being live streamed. Yes, I can.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Good morning,
Hi,
Good
everyone.
everyone.
Welcome
morning.
back. Good morning. Um, Hi, everyone. So, Lori, it's yours today still.
Yeah, it's mine today, and today we're going to continue our Centered in Art series, meditative practices, and we're going to kind of take some of what we've done before with this month with like the doodling and the neuro art. And we're going to try a different technique called Sgraffito, where we're actually going to today start with colorful backgrounds. So the three of us each have these colorful backgrounds. We're going to cover those over. And Sgraffito just means that you're going to scratch back and reveal the design underneath the way you want. So you can do this using your neurographic lines. You can use this doing your doodles that we've practiced this month. Or if you are very ambitious, you can create a beautiful design. And Terry will show you one that she did. I think that I really like that, Terry. She showed us just before we got started. So that's what we're going to do today. We have about 30 minutes, so I think we're going to dive right into it because I think it will take that time for us. And so I'm going to, in case you guys don't know who I am, I'm Lori Williams, and I'm here today with Terry and Corinne. You ladies want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Terry
Hi,
Kelly.
Corinne Carpino. Sorry.
All right, and so now we're going to switch down and get started.
Okay. And this is the little test one that I just tried. And I used a background that looks kind of like this. So this is it in white, and then I decided that was too stark. So I put a little bit of quinacridone azo gold in my stuff. So that's as far as I got. So
Okay, so mine is just acrylics that has been spread onto a watercolor background, and it's just done with a palette knife. It's all dry, and so that's what I'm going to be using.
And I just have a scrap of something, I don't know.
oh,
It has paint, basically paint, stencil work. And so that's on watercolor paper, and that's what I'm going to be using. I have some heavy body acrylic paint mixed up on my little palette here because I want to use a dark color over the light. And I'm going to try some of this golden retarder in my paint today. It's an additive for increasing the working time of acrylic paints because I don't have any open acrylic and I'm worried that this is going to dry before I get done. So I'm going to add just a little bit of this to my paint and to keep it open for the half hour we're working.
Yeah, and so I was concerned as well. I'm using gesso, which really dries pretty fast unless it's on like super thick. So I might work in sections.
Okay.
Just because I'm probably just going to do like little doodles and designs in mine. I don't have anything other than that in mind. And then Terry, are you using something different as
you know
well?
what? I'll try the the power wax,
Okay.
because I've got the gesso and I have it also like Corinne mixed next to me, but I think I'll put a little bit of the power wax in it because the power wax will extend. So I'm
Yeah.
not putting a whole lot of it in, but I'm going to try a little bit of it. It will also extend it. I'm not sure how it's going to scrape up, but we'll find out.
Okay. Well, that's what we're
About
doing.
all about experimentation,
We're
right?
exploring today. And shout out to Adele who's watching in the comments.
Hi, Adele.
Hi, Adele.
We're gonna have to just have you come on with us at some point.
Yeah, really. Just have you
Okay.
there.
So I just going to talk about some of the tools I brought too. I brought a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
things that I brought gesso to cover, and that's what I'm going to use. You could use whatever you want. You could use like a heavy body paint if you wanted as your cover layer. I do recommend something heavier body or thicker because it does dry pretty fast unless you're going to do like I'm going to do and work in sections. Some tools that I brought a bunch actually just to kind of get your thoughts going. The first set of tools I brought are these silicone. These are silicones. They're made for this sort of work,
Yeah.
silicone scraping tools. I brought these little, I never know what these are really called. I know that my daughters use them on their nails, but
Right.
they're,
They're a stylus.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, and
Aren't they?
Stylus.
dotting tools, whatever you want to call them. I even brought some Q-tips. We'll see how that goes. Other things is I have a set of stuff that I do metal work with, and I have all kinds of little devices with that. So anything basically you have for scratching. If you do gel plates or you do cake decorating, these cake decorating tools work great for that.
Oh, yeah, I have some of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, and I have these little circle things. You could use sponges, anything to remove that top layers. Palette knives work. Any other ideas, ladies? You have any other?
I have the skewers, I have the palette knives, I have the sticks, I have, yeah, just about everything that you have. I'm going to try this little circular thing too and see if it removes
Oh
anything.
yeah, that's a good idea.
You know,
Oh,
we will
yeah.
see. I have no idea. I'm just going to kind of go for it.
And the other thing you could use too is a credit for for scrape
Oh,
things.
right. I've got one of
Yeah,
those
got
too.
one of
And I'm actually
those.
going to use that for mine for spreading, and I might use it for
I've
scrape.
got this one that's actually cut in half because I'm thinking of using it, I think, to try to make petal shapes. So got that sitting there. Okay.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we should get started. I'm going to work with this first corner section up here first.
And
Like I
I'm,
said, I'm working with sections on mine because I don't have any extender, but Terry's using the coal wax and Corrine is using the retardant.
so we will
Right.
see how this works.
Yeah.
I'm putting a very thick coating on here, and I'm using a palette knife to do it. So. And I
And
really
so I'm just using my little scraper card to add it here. And actually the palette knife might work better because I have a little more control with it.
Yeah, I have a little more control with it. There's a little bit of
Ooh.
uneasiness here, but that's okay. So I'm going to, oh, what's that? Something I don't like. And then I'm going to cover this up because I have a whole bunch left and I may have time to do a second one because I have time because I'm quick. Okay, so now I'm trying to see what happens if I just make some shapes here by pulling out. And we will see, and I can see that I'm going to have to pull out and clean off. So let me see what happens with the pull. So what I find is I really have to press down really hard in order to get the actual, all of it off. So, and that is an issue, but that's fun.
And so I'm just gonna just lift with this thing, and I have a little paper towel off to the side that I'm wiping with here. So
And okay, so what you probably should have done is taped it down somewhere because the thing moves on me.
yeah.
It's moving. Let me look, see if I can find a piece of.
So I think that I'm gonna do some little vines. So I brought my little scraper here. It's a cake decorating tool and made like lines up. And then now I'm gonna go and make little leaves in there by lifting.
Oh, cool.
And this is, think of this as like doodling, but you're doing it in a negative way.
Okay. And I'm kind of
By
just.
lifting out.
Feel like I should make a poppy bud, so, or poppy somewhere. That looks like a poppy bud just got. How do I make a poppy?
And if you're
Hmm.
not happy with it, you can just cover it back up and start.
Right, that
over.
is so true.
There we go. Look at that.
Nice.
Right,
I'm gonna
yeah.
try something else.
Well, I kind of like that shape that I have going here. The other I don't know whether it's an issue or I just have to, acceptance could be the answer to all my problems today. You know, at
Mhm.
some point, this is just fun. This is just, what am I doing? And how am I making this fun? And so I may end up just with some really fun lines and not necessarily having to,
And that's okay too.
right. I'm just kind of filling in some spaces. I don't like this tool for everything. I really do like my skewers a lot because they seem to work really well and
And
make
yeah, so that's another thing that you'll probably figure out is
Didn't
here
think about
is
that
which
either.
tools you like the
which
best.
which ones work really well. I like that. I think that
I'm
the
gonna go
thicker
back to,
ones don't give me fine enough. Then there's also how thick we want to put in the lines. So I'm not quite, ooh, and then I make a mess. But I'm having fun. I need more off of that one a little bit. Let me see what happens. So yeah, different tools take different amounts off.
Mhm.
And so we can make different effects with it. But I like, and again, this doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It's just our,
We are exploring.
we are. What I think I see is I want to try less on it next time. It's still difficult to get back all the way to, and it might be the wax that
Mhm.
I'm using is not allowing me to get totally back to the color, but we'll see. I seem to have something here that I have to do compositionally. I need something.
This wire tool,
Uh-huh.
it's used for, I think, it's used for scratch work. Came with
And
a scratch board. I don't think I've ever used it.
really, how's it working for you?
Oh, let's see. It will scratch back little lines. Not working as well as I had hoped, but I can get really tiny little lines.
I do like the black you used. And I like the fact that you guys both didn't use white. You used different colors. I like that.
Yeah, I mixed a little, thank you. I mixed a little bit of teal with, or yeah, teal or turquoise with the black, so it wouldn't be,
Mm-hmm.
just dark black. All
Yeah.
kinds. Oh, look, I remember I got this from Terry at the cold wax class,
Oh
and it
yeah,
works.
yeah,
Remember?
really, yeah. That's and I was looking for mine, and of course they're packed somewhere.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is a very cool one. Um, I need to put another something
Look
in.
at you go, Terry. My goodness.
I know that is me. That's my middle name, Terry Quick. Well, I'm also working on trying to figure out how quickly I can do this before it decides that it wants to be done with me, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And because I did the whole thing, and like now I can go right, I can change my mind and put something else right in here. If compositionally I need, like Corrine said, you can kind of just do it.
Yeah, see, those are mine. But I think that
Oh,
it might actually
very
be
nice.
a little better if it were, kind of bigger. The leaves, that is. If I'd made the leaf.
Something that's
All right.
Well, I'm just adding some bigger pieces to mine too, whether they're like behind or something. I don't know what they are, but
I can't get down far enough. There we go.
Good morning, Jeanette's here. Sorry, Janet's here too.
Janet's here. We gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, I know.
We're sorry we pronounce your name wrong, Janet.
My mother's name is Janice, so I should be able to remember that.
Right. Yeah, but should is something that I never seem to get right anyway.
But I
Yeah.
know what it's like. I get called Lori all the time.
Lori, like Lori
Yeah,
instead of Laurie.
that's correct.
Oh,
But it doesn't bother me, you know, it's like whatever.
well,
Well, I get called Corinne all the time,
I
so
know.
I get it. I am not really happy with any of these tools. Let's see, maybe.
Well, I'm just making more marks in mine. And I'm thinking I might, I like the dark stuff that I've got going here on the bottom, but it's hard for me to get this actually happening. Maybe I have to remove some stuff. There I go. Looks better in the thing. And I'm running out of, I need a third up here or something up here, maybe just a little something. It's not easy for me to get these things to really work, but
I think I'm going to continue my lines. I like them.
I do too.
Yeah, that's nice.
I got a little bit I think I put my things too thick in places. So I'm not 100% thrilled, but I just might make some little, break up some stuff a little here. And
And then
then,
the tool that I'm finding I like the most is this flat silicone.
yeah,
Yes, I'm finding a silicone's working the best.
okay. Well, I am thinking that I might call mine at this point done and try another one with this
Sure,
pot.
why not?
Yeah, why not?
You got a little masterpiece going there, so.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, Miss Speedy.
Miss
Yeah.
Speedy. Well, that's what I do. I do very speedy. And I also had pre-designed it.
Well, that always helps.
I previewed it a bit.
Totally helps.
Yeah. So now I'm going to put this one down and I'm going to do the same thing, except I think this one goes up here this way. But this time I will do just very abstract. So I got this down.
Get
I'm
more
trying to
pressure on
see.
this one.
I'm going to try. We will see what happens if I try a roller on this. Well, that
Yes.
did not happen where I wanted it to happen. It covers it, but it's not. Yeah, that's not the way to go, girls. My my roller for my gel pad is not the way to go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I found out. That's okay. So now I'm just going to soften it now with my whatever. Okay. And I want to get some dark. So let me see how this works. Ooh. Ooh, that's fun.
So when that gesso dries, it's all over, girls.
I
Yes.
know. That's why I'm trying to do this differently.
Okay. So there's my tops. I got those as much done as I could before they
That's
dry.
pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Now what I'm going to do at the bottom. So I'm just experimenting. I'm not trying to do anything,
Yeah,
crazy.
me neither.
I'm
Yeah.
going to do this side first.
I probably should have just doodled. This is more fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of
That's
what
what I'm
I'm,
doing.
but then I also I have this tendency to make it into a whatever. I'm not very good at just super doodling.
Hmm.
Like this looks like it's some kind of tree of knowledge or something. I don't know, but we got it. And I got a lot of this stuff off. So I like that. I like it's still not, it's so funny because I know this has such intense color underneath of it and it's not pulling out as much as I want of the intense color.
So I'm
I'm not.
playing with my palette knife to put some texture in there too. I thought that might make it interesting. Can you guys see that?
Yes, I did see that.
Yes. Looking for a dark background that I can put white on.
All right.
Enough dark in it. I'm gonna get a palette knife.
I think I'm going to just do a neuro kind of design in here.
That could be cool.
That's where I'm at.
Neurographic, whatever.
Yeah, just something fun. I'm not gonna try to make it into anything.
For me, I'm just kind of giving a spirit of a tree here. There's some very thick stuff, but it could also be a river valley. I don't know what the so let's just kind of keep on going here and see what
You
my
get an aerial view of a river valley.
right or a funky tree here with possible flowers on it.
Oh, I like it.
Um, so I never know, one of the things that I do love about, oh, then I have this that I wanted to see what it would do. Ooh, that's fun. That makes, oops, dried.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. Mine started to dry, even with the retarder. I may not have put enough in it.
Yeah, mine's drying a little bit, but then I'm getting these. But look, it just is giving me some pattern. I think that the problem with this circular thing that I'm using is that it's not quite perfectly circular.
Hmm.
But it's giving some more stuff to it. And look, I've got a knot on my tree there. Maybe I can make my circles become more because those are fun. So maybe my tree is having really big apples. I don't know what it is, but it's a fun, another shape. I always like putting other shapes in here. So that's pretty fun too. And I need more of these little roundy whatever's happening up here. That's already into something, so let's make that into something. So yeah, it does dry a little fast. Which I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know another way of doing it that it wouldn't dry quite as fast. But one of the things I love about Sgraffito is the look of all of the lines, the extra little lines that just kind of show up. So it's just kind of like, it is very liney. I love how they just kind of emerge together and clean when you're cleaning it out.
Mhm.
Yep, I have my major form here, but I also have some minor areas here that I can make into a more interesting uh, composition, I guess, and I may try to see if I can bring it out anymore like that. Let's see what happens here. I like that. I like that. Let's see. There's a third there.
I'm trying to make my neuro connections by lifting out. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, it's kind of backwards, isn't it?
Yeah. It's okay. It's like it's getting your brain going in another direction to open up
Yep,
passageways, right?
yep,
Mhm.
that is exactly what it's doing.
Okay, now I'm gonna lift,
How I'm getting such a mess here.
let's see, I'm gonna lift little dots in here because that's what I like to do. Just using a Q-tip.
Is your Q-tip working for you?
It is, I have one of the pointed ones.
Oh, okay. So yours is still not it's not super um dry yet because you
No, the gesso, I don't know if it's because it is pretty humid here today, so that
right.
that probably plays a big role in the fact that I'm able to do this.
Well, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking for mine that mine should have enough wax in it that I can still get through it, which I
Is that
kind
not happening?
no, it is happening.
Okay,
It is happening. I
good.
just somehow or another don't. Here I thought it was such a bold colored piece because it was one of these,
Mhm.
but it doesn't, the,
It's muted.
it muted it. Yeah, it muted.
Mm.
I think the wax is the culprit in muting it.
Oh, it might be.
I think that the wax wouldn't let it, but that's okay. I'm having fun and I might be finished my number two.
All right. One more area. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're almost at the mark.
Yep. Well, I think I'm going to call mine here done. I think I got just a few more little spots to neuro where you call talking about the neuro part that I want to clean out. But I think I'm going to,
Well, I have to say this is fun.
it
I
is
It
fun.
is.
I kind of would like to plan something out a little more like after I explore
Yes.
what's possible.
Well, and I think
Maybe,
that's where I had a little bit of more of advantage because I did spend that few minutes this morning planning out.
And
yeah, that helps.
then
So I'm just gonna scratch in here and make all kinds of like designs with my little cake tools because that's a good fast way to end it out.
And I think I'm going to just put my two next to each other because I'm Miss Quick here. And It's interesting. I may go to my studio and try one with a black on this color.
That could be
Mhm.
really cool.
That might be really cool because I've got another one here. But I like them. They're very nice. They make really good cards. What I don't like is right here. I got it too thick, and I think I might be able to just pull some of that off. So you're not, I mean, mine's not exactly dry at this point.
Oh no,
But
mine's really wet too. Oh, well, you have the wax.
right, I have the wax. Right. So, but I'm just pulling off some of it. In places it did too much. Um, I had too many ridges because
Mhm.
because I think that I put it on too thick. But I can, as you say, Corrine, I can pull it off and I can literally go back in if I want. See, here it was too thick and here it was too thick.
Mhm.
And then I can go back in and I think I can redo it with a little more. Yeah, see, and
I like this. This is kind of cool. See how that last one turned out?
oh, wow, very cool. I love that.
Oh, that's neat.
Different.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that.
All right. Well, this was totally fun. I
Yes,
think
I have a great
Absolutely. And I can
idea.
see how we could use this application in, in our mixed media work and not just making piece of work
Right.
um
exactly.
just with this, but use this technique as we create other things.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is really good. I mean, like, right, and one of the things that I love about Sgraffito is that the line work, and I think all of us are getting the line work happening for us here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's where I was going with this exercise was to play on the neural art,
Yes.
but in a different
Right,
spin on it.
Mhm.
right. Yeah, because it doesn't have to be perfect, just a little bit of the line work. So those are mine. I don't know if I can get it to come down any farther. I doubt if I can because I don't know where
I
my
can
thing.
try to get mine
Let me
down.
let me spotlight each of you. So let me spotlight Terry.
Okay.
Terry, I'm gonna. Oh
Let's
wait, Corinne's holding
see.
hers up.
Yeah, Corinne's got hers.
There you go.
Hold on. Let me spotlight you, Corinne.
Okay.
So this is Corinne's.
That's what I have.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
I didn't really like the black one. I like this much better. The black one just looked to me like too much like scratch art.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think happens with black,
So
but
I
really,
wasn't crazy about it, but
yeah.
this is fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like yours a lot, Corinne.
Thank you.
And Terry's. Let me spotlight yours.
There's mine, and I did two
Really
of
gorgeous.
them.
Ooh, nice.
One of them I did trees, and the other one faux poppies, I guess.
I like it.
Very
But
pretty.
but more design oriented than anything else. Let's see yours,
Right.
Laurie.
Okay. And so mine is obviously explorations, nothing.
Yes.
So let me spotlight it.
I love it though.
Yeah, it's fun.
It looks like it's very fun. And I love your
Very fun.
explorations. And I can see where you could use that in places on a larger piece.
Well, I
Yes.
mean,
So,
in the same idea, we use the Sgraffito technique on the gel plate all the time, right? So
Right.
right.
the
Yeah.
paint
Right.
down, we remove out, with our mark making tools, and then we lift. It's the same concept, only we're doing it without the gel plate here.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is exactly what we're doing. So very cool. Thank you so much. Next month, we're going to try to go big and bold. I haven't quite figured out how big and bold I can go.
Oh, fun.
All right.
So I
That's
have,
going to be a challenge for me. That's going to be good.
I know we're going big. We're going to,
Yay.
Okay.
I think one of the exercises is a minimum of a 2-inch brush. So,
Okay. I
All right.
guess I better go get one of those.
Yeah, me too.
or a 2-inch, you could use a palette knife.
Okay.
That would
Okay.
work. Okay?
All right.
All
Well,
righty.
I look forward to next month where we're going to celebrate our creativity and freedom
yes.
Ooh,
Yes.
next month.
All right.
sounds
We
wonderful.
are
Thanks
still
so much.
doing it July 4th, aren't we? Or are we?
What's that?
The first Friday is July 4th. Are we
Oh,
still?
is it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Maybe we could do it the day before or something.
Yeah, okay. That might
Okay.
be a good idea. Okay,
Oh,
thanks.
All
okay.
right. Thanks, Lori. Great
Bye.
exercise.
Okay,
Have a good weekend, everyone.
You
bye.
too. Bye.